Hey guys and gals, can't forget about you. Sorry if there's you hear any background noise. My dad's playing the guitar, and I need to get this video out for today's episode of Joe's Bits and Bobs. So we'll consider that part of our background music for this episode. So in this episode, I just wanna talk a few things as I am actually tired. I was up since 4:30 this morning. It's almost 7 o'clock now, and I only felt like I had about 3 hours sleep. So sorry if I look and feel off today, but what? And also, I want to get to a comment of the week. So without further ado, let's roll that intro. All right. So yeah, what's going on this week? Well, before I get to some of the news that I just posted on the Discord server, which, by the way, if you haven't signed up already, go ahead and sign up. The link's in the description below, and it's for everybody. So, and as well as on Friday, I plan on doing another live stream. I'll do another 7 to 9. So come hang out with us. Come out, and it's gonna be fun. I found some, at least I want to get CloudBot working right and everything with Streamlabs. And speaking of Streamlabs, I haven't been able to upload the pictures that they have needed because Gmail doesn't. It won't work if the file size is over 20 megabytes a picture. So I gotta go up on my computer, trim that down, send that over to them, see what's going on with the hoodies. So, yeah. I've been busy, especially since I have been working my other job 6 days this week. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the first article, and it's to deal with RAM prices. If you've been paying attention on Discord, I just posted an article about non-binary RAM might be the key to defeating high RAM prices. Apparently, a few days ago, kits such as 48 gigabytes, 24 gigabytes, or even 96 gigabytes was actually cheaper than the traditional 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes, or even 64 gigabytes. So they're thinking that in the future, this is a way to beat these high RAM prices. And if that is indeed the case, I wouldn't imagine why companies like AMD and Intel and Nvidia may follow suit with, similar type of RAMs on their graphics cards. Maybe instead of like a 16 gigabyte card, they'll give us like maybe an 18 gigabyte or even 20 gigabyte or whatever they decide is necessary to help alleviate some of the costs with these prices. And this article is from Tom's Hardware. Actually, both articles are from Tom's Hardware tonight, and I'll link the articles down in the down below in the description so you can read it if you so choose. And the next episode or next article has to deal with Intel. Intel and Apple may be teaming up again to produce their entry-level M series processors. Now, Apple's M series processor is found in the iPads as well as like MacBook Air and even the base MacBook Pro. And well, that seems like it's interesting, and we'll see what happens there. I mean, Apple hasn't worked with Intel since 2023, so I don't know if it's, because of anything else, but again, I'll just link it right down in the description below. And sorry, this is going to be a shorter episode this week. Like I said, I've been up pretty much almost 24 hours at this point. But on to the comment of the week. They returned. Yes. And I choose the Discord. A lot of you, or two of you, are Nintendo fanboys, or you grew up with the Nintendo Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy Advance and the regular Game Boy. Those are my first two handhelds. In fact, I remember playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on the Game Boy Color, and Harry Potter on the Game Boy Advance, as well as Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And that was right before the PSP launched, and I was like, yes, PlayStation Portable, love it. So I had to get myself a PlayStation Portable. So yeah, let me know, what's your favorite console, hand console of all time? I say the PSP, but then again, there's others that just came out, like got Nintendo with their Switch and Switch 2, but with Nintendo heading in the direction they are, I don't know if I could ever recommend them at this point. I mean, I understand that, why they go this way and everything, but if you own your hardware, again, if you own it, you should be allowed to do almost whatever you want with it, as long as if you have the legal stuff. The legal copies of the game, the legal console. I condemn piracy. Condemn it in its entirety. But if you do own these games and you have proof, then you shouldn't be kicked off just because you want to make it easier for you to switch between game titles that you legally own. Now, if you sell the game, then yeah, I can see where that's going. You shouldn't sell the game just because you copied it onto another thing. But I mean, that's my opinion. You're free to discuss that down below, but I am for ownership. And I'm, like I said, about the Insta360 thing last night. I mean, yeah, I got it. I love this camera so far, and, well, I'll give you my review when I find out more about it. So, yeah. Comment of the week is back. So, down below. Also, if you haven't already, please check out our merch store. Link is in the description, and you can snag up a nice warm hat like this, or the Christmas tee, which is a limited time only, as well as if you are tired, if you're exhausted, like I was this morning. Doobie Energy really helped me out, helped me get through today, and I cannot thank them enough. So please, links in the description for Doobie Energy, and you can use my code Joe Tech @ blog, and you will receive 10% off your order. That's Joe Tech @ blog, and you will receive 10% off your order. So, with that done and out of the way, I'll see everybody later. You guys have a wonderful evening or a wonderful day or whatever time you're watching this. And we'll see you next time on Joe's Bits and Bobs, with my father playing the guitar in the background. Maybe. I don't know yet. Depends on what time I actually record. But before I go, if you do enjoy this content and you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. If you want to go one step further, become a channel member. Channel member starts at 99 cents a month, and you get exclusive early access to videos such as this one. Until next time, peace.